I'm back every angle, looking for answers, real exact. Pin the timeline, track by track. Bronx telling tales, she keeps us in line. Every little detail, every tiny sign. They break it all down at Dago's Cafe. Coffee on the counter, new case, same day. Welcome to the verdict room, where we're seeking the truth, no spin. Bringing you the facts so raw, let the evidence speak again. Exposing all the secrets, looking for the lies in the cracks. They throw revelations at your feet till the gavel comes down on the facts. Hey! Typically unique, but the method is clean. Red string on the board, map out every scene. Replay the last call, rewind the last text. If it don't add up, they on to what's next. Side eyes, alibis, tear them apart. Trail through the dark with a flashlight heart. Bronx on the story, keeping pace on the track. Every minute, every motive, never holding it back. Welcome to the verdict room, where we're seeking the truth, no spin. Bringing you the facts so raw, let the evidence speak again. Exposing all the secrets, looking for the lies in the cracks. They throw revelations at your feet till the gavel comes down on the facts. Week after week, you know the sea's still warm. Cold case heat brewing up in the storm. From the Bronx to the booth, they connect every clue. When the hammer hits the wood, you know the verdict is you. Welcome to the verdict room, where we're seeking the truth, no spin. Bringing you the facts so raw, let the evidence speak again. Exposing all the secrets, looking for the lies in the cracks. They drop the gavel one last time, and the truth keeps pulling you back. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to the verdict room, everybody. It is so
super great to see you all.
Oh my goodness.
welcome, ladies and gent. How are you tonight? How have you been? How's your weekend going?
Pretty good. How's yours?
Fantastic.
Okay.
My weekend's going good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. You got your coffee.
Always. That's how you know I'm good. When I don't have that and you see one hair standing over here and one over there and my eyes are crossed, you know there's a problem over here. So, yeah. It is great to see you all. Thank you for joining us. Come on in. Hit the like button when you do. Share it out. And please, guys, I know it might take a minute, but please make sure you jump on over to BronxTails True Crime and hit the like button. Notify her notifier and the subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed, as well as Typically Unique with Miss Kim. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, notify, and all that fun stuff. And of course, the last 24 with Mikey here down in the corner down here hiding. Nobody puts Mikey in the corner. And all that fun stuff, guys. Make sure we do that. I know it's a little work, but I'll give you guys some time, because all three of these great people up here with me have amazing channels that need to get that notification stuff done as well. So thank you, and please, and thank you.
Thank you.
Miss, one of you moderators, please make sure you drop Kane B, Mr. Purge. Drop his link in here, if you will.
God damn, I need glasses.
What's up, Buddy Bear?
Buddy
Bear.
Uh-oh. What are we pointing at? Pointing at Mikey? Let me see.
What's going on?
Get that corner? How do we get that corner thing? Which direction are we?
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out there we go. The corner pointing at Mike. Yeah,
it's bass-ackwards. Trust me. Yeah, try doing that in the pre-record. You look like a freaking.
There it is.
Oh, hang on. I gotta cut that out.
Kane B's The Purge. Go check out Mr. Kane's channel, guys. It's always absolutely, definitely, most definitely entertaining. Let's see. Who we got? All you guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all these moderators from all these amazing channels for joining us. We couldn't do it without you guys, I promise. It is great to see you all. Give everybody just a few seconds, a few minutes here to get everybody in here. He's doing it. You did it right. Oh,
you know what's crazy with all this YouTube stuff going on with the whole views and stuff is I only watch Idaho 4 stuff, and I can't even get Idaho 4 stuff to come up on my For You page. And when I search Idaho 4, the only thing that comes up is 1- and 2-year-old videos that Lana did years ago.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
What's going on?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, Logan. Me and Kim kind of figured a little bit out last night afterwards, so don't feel too bad. We're all being wrecked by this mess that they're doing. First off, second off, we're being robbed. I noticed last night we were looking at our analytics and stuff. That they're telling us one thing and they're doing something different. Okay, it's absolute fact. I showed it in black and white last night.
Yeah.
What might? Go ahead, Mike.
What's wild is when Logan was sick and you were gone for what, almost 2 months?
About a month and a half, yeah.
And you came back and you kicked ass. Nothing changed in that direction.
Same thing happened with Kim.
Yeah.
Remember?
And when I put out pre-records, dude, I had what, 300 subs and like 10K views in 2 days. Like that's crazy.
So
and then it fell off. It ran 3 days and then it fell off.
Oh wow.
You got to pass certain checks for the algorithm for the bots to like take you to the next. But what is the next? That's how it works.
Here's what I think's happening, because there's been a huge influx of new creators that have come out. So many that YouTube I don't think can wrangle them all in at one time. So what I think they're doing is they're little by little they're seeking out the new creators and they're pulling from our algorithm or putting them in our algorithm where we have been. And they're taking that space when we're being bounced down to the next level. We're not getting the notifications to go out. We're not getting the views to go in. None of that stuff. So if we're not in that algorithm, nobody knows, because many people telling me they have no idea I'm live. That's a problem. Okay, I've been here 5 years almost. Everybody knows who I am. If it's out there, it's out there. Okay. And you two both, Kim and Dylan, Jesus Christ. Logan.
You tell me that all the time. It's hilarious.
I have no idea.
You call her Dylan all the time?
Yes, I don't know why.
Holy shit.
It's gotta be the hair color. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Damn, bud. What the truck?
They've both been here long enough to be able to have the ability to notify the world when any of us go live. Mikey as well, but Mikey, you can't hardly find him. So that's what I think they're doing. I think they're giving the algorithm to these newer channels and to see what they're going to do. Are they going to make us money? Are they going to be a big channel? And then when they don't do it or we don't do it, they take it away again.
Yeah.
Because no matter what we do, it doesn't matter. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
No, you're good, man. I was just agreeing.
That's the only thing that makes any sense, you guys. Honest to God, it's the only thing that I've come to find that makes any sense. Because I'll do good for 3 days, 4 days, maybe a week. Next thing you know, my algorithm changes. Kim does well, obscenely well, for a couple, 2, 3, 4 days, and then it changes again. Same with Logan. I mean, it just repeatedly happens. Put us in the algorithm and fucking leave us there. Excuse my language, but damn.
Yeah, I mean, I've only really been doing Idaho 4 or really been on YouTube for about 6 months, really. And I was at a crossroads yesterday. Like, I can't justify this being worth my time. But I kind of gave myself a day, and I was like, well, I given myself enough time to really see? And I was like, I haven't. So
this is
let me not give up yet.
It's probably your first downfall.
That's your first breakdown.
And to be where you're at, it's
You did because it took me 2 years to get 1,000 subscribers.
And I'm telling you, Logan, you do
consistent either.
Go ahead, Kim.
Oh yeah.
Right. I wasn't consistent either.
See, and you're consistent and you do very well. You grew very fast and you stayed there. You leveled and platformed and you stayed at that point. And this happens every year, you guys. Anybody that's a regular to YouTube, this happens the same time every year. And Mikey's been with me from the beginning. He'll tell you, I go through this whole YouTube depressive, I'm quitting thing every year at the same time.
Just like I said, Logan, remember? I said that what 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Every time I do, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm over it. And Mike, at this point, Mike's like, oh, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. Anyway, because I've done it so many times. Because you get that feeling like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I wasting my time? Nobody wants to watch me. Nobody cares. It's not
When
true.
you're the person in the seat and putting everything together, though, it's hard to look at the other side.
Of course.
It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna ball this up and throw this shit away.
Right.
Especially if you're like this one with her 3-4 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're not quitting, and we're here with you guys tonight.
Yeah. Twiz is probably right. If you'd release the damn video by itself, Logan, or the hand closing your door, you'd probably be like 10,000 views per video right away.
Viral.
Not to mention freaking people out. That was some scary shit that night. I'm so worried. I swear. I still can't get over it. I was freaking out, literally ready to call the police. I was so worried for her. True crime mind. True crime mind. Do it happen?
No shit.
That's what I was saying. Is nothing gets past our chat. Like they notice everything. They're so good.
Yeah. And then I had to think to myself, well, wait a minute. Why is Bronx not flipping the fuck out if there's somebody in her house that's gonna go like? And then she said something. I was like, oh my god, I feel so stupid, but whatever.
No, don't feel stupid. That was so funny.
At least you know we care. Okay, there's that.
Yes. You know what else I noticed? So, for about 3 days, was getting notifications for a YouTube boot camp, and because I clicked decline right after that is when all my numbers went down. So
I took it,
and I was like, hold on a second.
That's messed.
Did they do something to my channel because I declined their boot camp?
Oh, wow.
They could have. They like the shadow ban for stupid reasons.
Yeah.
Don't tell her that, Joey. Gosh darn it.
I already
She already knows, bud. She
don't need to know that shit. She don't know.
I've been shadow banned so many times. It doesn't make any sense.
Gosh darn it. So what are we talking about?
Yeah.
We're talking about the.
She don't need to hear that.
No, she knows better. She knows.
Poor Hen says YouTube doesn't have any money because they're paying JLR all the revenue for his.
You ain't lying.
I bet you he's made
in chat.
$500,000 by now.
Oh,
Easy.
for sure.
Easy,
in 1
Mike.
week he did.
Does anybody know what his subscriber number's at yet?
Was it almost 600,000 or something?
Oh, wow.
I don't know how he hasn't broke 1 million yet.
Oh, Carol B says, thank you, Logan, Dago, Kim, and Mike for all you do. We appreciate you. And we appreciate you so much, Carol. We truly do.
We do.
Truly,
Thank you,
truly.
Carol. Nothing but love for you, dear.
You bring so much value to our chats every single time.
I'm still working on that one guy, but he went back out there so there's no way he's still on the ground.
Is it Daddy's going live or something like that?
Yeah.
That's gone wild is what I call them.
Right.
I just want to know, obviously he's seen different things. Even like, I don't watch Dolly a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But when Wing Wang put his drone up the other day and showed stuff, the news doesn't show that there is the property right behind her is a freaking dump. It looks like something straight out of freaking
Compton.
The meth movie, the series. What the fuck? Walter White's fucking place. There's so many lean-tos. There's shit everywhere. It's not the cleanest freaking place, man. And what I'm sitting there thinking is, there's some shady person that lives out here that harbors immigrants.
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the name.
I'm like, dude, you could hide in freaking 100 illegals out there.
Yes. Agreed.
In the dark. God damn, that place is not safe. You got to look at some of that footage.
Not for an 84-year-old woman to be by herself, in my opinion. No.
I'm going to shut up.
You know what I find interesting is in the Guthrie case, right? We've reported it every day. We know how many days we are into the case. Day 7, day 8, day 31. They didn't do that in the Idaho case.
Not one time.
Nope.
No.
Makes you wonder if they knew that they were never going to need to do that. You know what I mean?
I'm really fed up with the Guthrie case. Like, I just kind of checked out of it.
Yeah.
Since the
Same
weekend.
here. There's nothing new, is there, Kim?
Well, they're going back to things. I feel like they're taking what has come from social media people, and that's what they're focusing on. Like they did the ring, the guy with the ring, and then they're going back. Oh, because someone noticed something sticking out of the guy's pocket on the porch, and they were saying like walkie-talkie. But then that's where now they're doing the internet blocker, the Wi-Fi blocker,
Wi-Fi jammer. Yeah,
jammer. Now it's all about a jammer.
Oh yeah,
That came from online sleuths. Like I don't know. I'm like, are they just like toying with us? Or are they just
what is
they
it?
Don't have anything
that chick's name?
They don't have anything themselves, so they're pulling from us now.
These things that the FBI is just now basically, since they're starting to reappear on the ground, that they're going back through the tips and going around.
How do they not have anything?
You know, it was some interesting shit. I watched an interview with Anton and McConnell, and I got this. I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, wow, these two look like they've gotten together before. And they're talking, they're awful smiley. And then at one point, she goes, they're talking about the search, and she looks at him, and she gets this eye, and she goes, well, maybe we should get some horses and go out there and look. I about lost it. Okay. McConnell said that to freaking Enton. Oh, it was like a rendezvous. Holy shit, you gotta watch it.
So what is she gonna? Is she gonna pick Brian up and put him on the horse herself?
Oh, what? Bud, I think he probably has to be up front.
Yeah, he rides up front.
Yeah,
she'd be in charge. He's got
to grab onto the thingy.
Yeah, she's definitely the in charge person in that situation. I love her to death, but yeah, that is that's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? And Four Hens just said this in the chat, that the family never even searched for Guthrie, for Nancy, which I find really strange as well. That's a great comment. They never, if that was my mom, I would be everywhere. I would be flipping over pillows in the desert. Like,
I think they told him not to.
And that's what, like,
that's my mom.
No.
Like the money situation, but like they still could have done something, but still it's like the money situation. Oh, you can't give up the money yet. You can't offer that $1 million, which I would have been pissed about because we can't flood the tip line. You know, it's just what were they held back on? But still, like Logan had a very good point because, you know.
Yeah, no, truly. And let me ask you guys, since we're on that point right there. Do you guys, at this point in this case, we're what, a month and a week in or something like that?
34 days or something.
Okay, got you. Do you guys think that these ransom notes were ever, any bit of that was ever real?
No. It's hard to say.
I don't know. Like, okay, you got to think back to, in my opinion on this, has there been another case that's even come up in the past 5 years where there was a ransom tied to it?
I mean, not really, no.
But I covered a case, I think it was back in the 90s, and the guy took a wife. He lured the husband out of the house with a fake, like, you know, I need to meet with you for like a real estate thing or something.
Yeah.
So then he went in, took the wife, killed her, and then did the ransom. And he was contacting multiple family members, knowing that he couldn't produce. And it went on, I think it took him a few years to track this guy down. But that was a case where he was just going to try to get the money even though she wasn't alive.
But so with this one, wasn't there was two different sets of yo-yos that were apprehended for this Bitcoin bullshit, right? Wasn't there like two white boys and then
there was another situation with the two younger guys with the Bitcoin thing, out of California, I think it was.
So it's like, I don't know. Who the hell hired them? Or did they just go, oh, we're just going to try to get some money?
There is somebody that hired them. There's names out there. They're like street names.
Yes.
You have to look into that to see if there's a connection.
You would think.
I would think. Hopefully they.
I mean,
track that down.
They claim that it's a separate situation, and I can see that, sure, but I would at least look at it because it does have a relationship to part of what was claimed in this case. Now, me personally, at this point, I'm starting to think that the ransom was just garbage.
Yeah, or
but
just a deterrent to buy time.
Yes, yeah.
Was she not supposed to die?
Right, that's what I think. They were looking for medical devices. They were looking for medication when they served the warrant at Carlos's house. Why are you looking for that if you're not trying to keep her? Why was that stuff being looked for if it wasn't taken to keep her alive? That's my thought. Is that maybe the point was to keep her alive in the beginning, and something bad happened. You know what I mean?
Before I lose this one real quick, the other hot topic in Enton's interview there that he did, that was in the same show. He got the two people that did the cell phone tower shit for BK.
Barnharts. Yes, I watched that one. Yes.
And, the way they tell the story, basically with Annie's situation, they tell Brian's story and how, they did such a great job in figuring out where he was. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking from that tower to where he lived was probably, less than 2 miles? Mm-hmm. Maybe 4. Okay, so Nancy Guthrie situation. Can you imagine where that tower's at? It's probably further.
Probably.
And they can sit there and say, oh, well, it's the same shit. Like, Brian could have been home, and it's still going to ping that he was fucking in the area.
Yeah.
Same shit with this. It's fucked. How they just go back and relate to that.
Yeah, they contradicted themselves a couple times. When they were talking to Brian Etten about Nancy Guthrie, they were, of course, bringing up the Brian Koberger case.
Always.
They made it seem like the pings in the Brian Koberger case are what, led them to, it's him. But then in the Nancy Guthrie case, they're like, well, it's like a 3-mile radius, so you can't really tell that. I'm like,
they're supposed to be professionals. Like, figure out which lane you want to freaking go in. Like, God damn.
Right.
I think that's my issue. Is I think a lot of people are thinking of what's right in front of their face. Like, either somebody came in there to rob something because they're wealthy, or they came in to specifically take Nancy to get a ransom. And I don't think it's that small. I think it's much bigger. I think somebody came in to take Nancy because either something was going to happen in the future regarding a group or a money endeavor or something that the general public doesn't know about. And whoever she's involved with needed that to stop, right? Or they needed the money. And the only way to get the money of whatever investment or whatever it is, they needed Nancy to go away in order for them to get that part of her investment or whatever it was.
That makes sense.
Or possibly political, something to do, because nobody's going to just, a random person on the street or a cartel or anything like that isn't just going to go kidnap an 84-year-old lady and hope to get ransom money. That's not
right. This statement right here is interesting, and I was going to ask this next, actually. So thank you for hens. I think Savannah paid the ransom, probably to a fake kidnapper, but we'll never hear about it. Do you guys wonder? Because remember, we will pay. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. And then we heard nothing more from that. And I've always wondered, did they pay? And then nothing happened.
Probably. And they wouldn't tell us because they don't want a bunch of ransoms to start happening,
Because they see, oh my God, they're going to pay this? Let's do it. You know what I mean? Yes.
Let's do it.
I wonder if that happened too.
God damn it.
I had another thing I was going to throw about that too, that I thought. Go ahead.
Annie and Tommaso's house. Am I just freaking dreaming shit up here? Wasn't there something recently that, like, they were struggling to keep it? Am I delirious? Am I right?
I heard a rumor that they had been struggling financially a little bit, but they never went any further. It's a rumor. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you're crazy. I think people have been talking about it, but I didn't listen to.
That's the problem, is there's so many rumors. We don't actually know what's fact or fake when it comes to stuff like that, And then
they were supposedly over at whatever, asking Annie for money. recent before that, like weeks before, or days,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
A lot of that stuff came out. I think it was platform created per se, and then somebody. Oh, it only takes one person to put it out there, and the whole world thinks it's real. So that's what we do here. We try to sort through all that stuff and figure out what's right and what's wrong. So
what are they saying about these jammers? Like, what's the implication of it jamming the internet? How far? How wide are we talking? And what's
What
it
you mean, Vern? I think
with the doorbell cameras? Is that it? Are they saying like people should have had doorbell camera stuff and they didn't?
No, I think it was just with that one, but obviously that wasn't the total thing, unless there's other missing footage and that is the only footage that they have. I don't know.
Her house, they're saying that a jammer affected her house.
I think they're speculating off the freaking antennas and I think like you said before, that the whole antenna shit that it appear is from a jammer is what's in the pocket. And then I think people are spinning off that they had a Wi-Fi jammer. But, well, what the fuck? Then we wouldn't have seen them at the door.
That's what I was just going to say. If that's the case, then the Wi-Fi, nothing happened to it. We saw everything. It didn't, when you look at the other videos of the people with the Wi-Fi jammers, when you walk up to the camera, it goes all haywire.
Man, that shit's so real.
Right.
I'm so frustrated with it because I'm like, this is stupid.
It will gap out, like it was hot here in Florida for a while, but it will literally gap out time. Like you don't even, like they totally cut it out of the video. It's wild shit.
Yeah, I think for those of you that are a little confused, this here explains a little. I'll show you this real quick clip about this whole Wi-Fi jammer thing. That this is I guess I can be comfortable saying this is like the newest piece of info we've gotten on this case thus far over the past couple of days. Is that right?
Probably.
Whether it's real or not, just I think the most current, right?
Anonymous makes a good point. They said they wouldn't have needed to destroy the camera if they could just jam the signal then. So
right.
Kind of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's check out this clip real quick, guys. See if you guys have seen this and what you guys think.
4-year-old disappeared. The new development comes as FBI agents head back to Guthrie's Tucson neighborhood and canvass residents there door to door. They're asking if anyone's internet went out that morning, the morning that Guthrie vanished. If so, it could have disabled their surveillance cameras during that critical time period and prevented them from recording what could be valuable evidence in Guthrie's case. This all comes as investigators zero in further on the doorbell camera video. It's really the only clue they have so far, capturing the masked suspect approaching Nancy's door. Here's what they're now focused on. See that small black device that was in the man's pocket? They're wondering if this could be a signal jammer, which the suspect could have used to cause an internet blackout. It's a theory that our own Brian Enton checked out. Brian, you made some interesting discoveries as you went around in the neighborhood. What did you find?
Yeah, it's interesting, Elizabeth. We knew for the last couple of days that the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's detectives were asking neighbors right near Nancy's house if they had any kind of internet outage or internet disruption around the time that Nancy went missing, early morning hours of February 1st. And it turns out there are neighbors behind Nancy's house, like back behind the house. There's a desert area and they live on the other side. And right around the time of Nancy's disappearance, 2 of their Ring cameras on the back side of the house, which would have been closest to Nancy's house, were not working. They showed up as not available, which is apparently something that has never happened before. And it only happened during that period, early morning hours, February 1st. Also interesting, at the same time, Elizabeth, they tell me that their dog woke them up in the middle of the night, which is something that has basically never happened before, they say, and wanted to go outside and then was staring in the direction of Nancy's house. Now, there's been these questions about the possibility of signal jammers. You showed the picture of one. There's a little antenna sticking out of the suspect's pocket, it appears to be. Could be a walkie-talkie. It's possible it's a signal jammer. It's also possible, if it was one, that it would have knocked out Ring cameras and cell phones in the area while he was there. We know the FBI is looking into it, Elizabeth.
Fascinating. All right, Brian Enton, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based.
So then did those neighbors take their dog out? Did they take their dog out? Did they see anything? Like, I'm nosy, man. I have a set of neighbors over here that they have the cops over there all the time, and I'm like through my blinds.
Oh, look at that. She's got her red glasses on today. It's fucking Karen across the street.
I'd be standing out there seeing what's going on. Not by myself. I'd have Carlos out there with me, but
I do agree.
She's at it again.
But the one camera worked, you said, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think. I mean, I do see why you can think that little thing sticking out of the pocket could be an antenna, could be a signal jammer. It could be, but
I think
like
they're just
Logan
getting
said,
bored because they have there's no information coming out.
Yes.
They got to go off something.
What do you think, Logan?
It could be anything. My goodness. It could be a tool to try and pick a lock. It could be anything.
Right. Bless you. Or did you not sneeze?
It's coughing.
Oh, sorry. I always look like you sneeze when you do that. Sorry.
I know.
It could just be a tool for it. To me, the signal jammer thing doesn't really make sense because we didn't see any of that happen. So
why'd you take right? And I think you said it a little bit ago. If you're going to use that, why would you take the camera? You know, I mean, it just whatever.
Yeah.
That's truly and honestly, you guys, it's as sad as it is to say this, the only thing new that they've showed in the Nancy Guthrie case.
Yeah.
We're 32 days into this woman being missing. She's 84 years old.
How the hell did Savannah go back to work?
I don't think she went back to work. She went back to New York, but
what?
I don't know.
Maybe I saw fake news.
What I'm guessing is that she knows that Nancy's deceased at this point. That's my thought. I'll just say my opinion, and that there's nothing she can do in Tucson at this point other than wait for them to find her mother's body. That's kind of how I feel, sadly.
Yeah.
It would make more sense if that thing in his pocket was a walkie-talkie, like Jeff H. said.
Yeah, that's an option. I don't know. I feel crazy saying this, but I just feel like they're wanting this to go away. Like, I feel like they want it to die. Like and I don't understand.
Well, you know what's going to happen, Kim.
But
because I think if it does quiet down, it goes cold, as they've been trying to say that it is, like they're forcing it to. Within a week of that, all of a sudden, guess what? They're going to find Nancy. And it's going to be some strange circumstance. Like I said, if she's still alive, she's going to appear wandering in some town somewhere. Like, I have no idea where I'm at and who I am and that kind of crazy shit, where they're going to find her body somewhere conveniently, very close to the house probably, or something. And that's how that would work out once the case goes cold. That's just what I think is going to happen.
So
there's just something funny to me in the investigation. So I don't think they want eyes on that anymore. That's just what it seems like to me. I mean, as soon as the signal jammer thing came, I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous.
So, Savannah returned to visit the staff one day ago.
Yeah, she didn't go back to work.
No,
she just went back to visit, and she's back in New York though. So, if she goes back, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, that was already a conversation too about, are they going to replace her with Hoda?
If I wasn't under contract, I'd be turning in a letter of resignation.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Annie got her car back. We heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know that they brought Nancy's car back or not, but Annie got her car back. So where are we at? I mean, basically, they are kind of making it look as though it's gone cold, you know? And it's weird, in my opinion.
We've done all we can do at this point. We're just waiting for something to break, a tip, something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully, the sheriffy doesn't, try to close it up with some bullshit.
Do you guys think now that Sheriff Uh-oh is going to close this out?
Or has he been pushed out to the point by FBI that he can't?
That's a
I
good
feel
question.
like both of them have already brought it down to like a skeleton.
They did.
Crew.
They did. Yeah. There were 4 Pima County Sheriff's detectives, 1 FBI. Sorry, what the hell did I say the other day? I wrote it down. One with the FBI, and 1 other person I think that created their little task force, and that's who's running this whole thing.
It would be some sad shit, but it don't make sense because he wouldn't have really gained anything out of it, in my opinion. But if the sheriff, sent off the DNA to the lab and, obviously they didn't get anything out of it, did he do that to cover up for somebody? That's speculation.
That's been a question since he started acting. Well, from the beginning, Mike, because he's always acted as though.
What would be a gain, though? Well, maybe the money thing got botched. Who the hell knows? I don't know.
I think the last time we were in here, I said to you guys that I feel, because of the way the sheriff acted, that he's putting himself out there to make it look as though he's working with other people, possibly, to cover things up. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just saying it. He's making it look that way in some aspect because of what he's done.
He's weird.
So
he's never once, in my opinion, been sympathetic towards the family. He's always talking about him and what's best for him. And he doesn't ever, I swear he's never used the word department.
No, it's all about him.
Yeah. Always, and his fake emotional, whatever the hell that was, display that he put on. It makes me want to laugh. I'm just saying.
What were you going to say, Logan?
Can we see the driveway from the porch camera?
I think so. Part of it, because isn't a half circular driveway?
Yeah. I think you can see a little bit when you step back from it.
So my question is then, if you can see it, they want us to believe that there was a blood trail to the driveway, looking like she got into somebody's car in the driveway and left. But if we can see the driveway and they have a blood camera, you'd be able to see somebody pulling into the driveway. Then how does that even work? How would that story fit?
Yeah.
See, I don't think that's what I've questioned. I'm glad you said that too, because we saw the blood on the front porch that they said was Nancy's, okay? But did they show a blood trail going from the porch to the driveway?
I never saw the one to the driveway. We've only heard that the blood led all the way to the driveway and then it stopped. Now, they also said that there were sniffer dogs there, right? And then they couldn't find a scent further than that.
Right.
But
I'm confused.
If the blood would have went to the driveway, they clearly didn't clean it up on the porch and the tile. Enton would have filmed the driveway as well, in my opinion.
I think he would have, yeah.
I think
he would have been all on that shit. Look where it leads from the driveway where they put her in the car and all the way up to the front door.
The driveway circles around right in front of the
steps. For watching.
So
like a horse.
It does end right where you could get into a car, but we don't see it because they took the camera. So we see the guy on the camera before they destroy the camera or whatever they did and took it off. So it would be gone already before probably they would take her out of the house.
Go ahead, bud.
No, that wouldn't be possible.
I just always wondered if they took her out through the garage, but being that blood was on the front porch, I think that makes everybody think she went out the front door. You know what I mean?
But they said the garage didn't open, and that was
yeah. That's a good point too.
How the fuck do they know the garage didn't open? Is it a Bluetooth garage door opener? Because to me that is linked to a security system, which they didn't mention shit about.
Right.
That's a good point.
Kind of device to tell you a time.
Definitely would have to be the only things that do that are like a security system, right?
Or if it's, I don't know, if like there's garage door openers that are Bluetooth where you can just operate them from your phone. So
that could be too. Like a phone app. Yeah.
Yeah. So when that Comcast was there, everybody's like, "Oh, Comcast was here for all these hours," and it's like, okay, well, they were running Cat 5 cable so that they could have hardwired cameras.
Right.
Why the hell did they go and go that length to put hardwired cameras in that house right now? What? Why?
I mean, that's what we wondered. I think Kim, you brought that up when they were back at the house that one day, and but then we discussed. They spent 8-10 hours there that day doing something, and
because I think they were wiring Cat 5 cable so that every single camera was hardwired, no Wi-Fi, and
probably if they're going to sell it.
But so what they're going to say? Oh well, this is a selling point. She got freaking taken away from here, but we got a hell of a camera system.
I mean, you have a better chance of selling it with the hardwired camera system now.
Welcome to Arizona.
True.
Or do you think they had? No, I was going to say, I wondered if they did all that to set up the security system to be able to try to pull. No, that wouldn't make sense because it came off of that ring. Okay. Forget what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I was wondering if they were going to try to maybe needed to do that to pull any info, but no, it's just, this is crazy. It doesn't make any sense. No. None of it makes any sense.
None of it.
There's not any real true motive. I've heard multiple FBI profilers say that they think that it's possible that it was because I did, Fizzy. Thank you, hon. Because that something about Savannah, somebody that's a stalker or that is obsessed with her or something like that, that it relates to that it's not about money. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think.
Book and the video and
He was saying he was the profiler, right?
Yeah.
Like this type of crime. This is the type of person that would do this type of crime. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, Fizzy, we may okay. I guess Fizzy said this, and it's in regards to I didn't actually get to look at this. I looked at it, but I didn't look at it.
Huh. Well, that's a son of a bitch, ain't it? How'd you look at it, but you didn't look at it?
I mean, I looked at it, but I didn't go into it. About the...
That's a Dylan statement.
It is.
Pretty much.
I don't know if I actually looked at it, but my eyes told me that I did.
Nope. He didn't do it, folks.
He missed the kick, folks. No good.
Yep.
No good.
Did you
lose it? I love it. Yes. I got it here. Like I said, I started to look at it. I saw it, but I didn't actually go through it. But this is about what she sent us is in regards to the Nancy Guthrie case. This comes from the TikTok conspiracy theories situation about how people are scared about this and that. So check it out real quick.
There they go again. TikTokers.
Thank you, Fizz.
This is very, very strange. Nancy Guthrie heads, holy shit, I think my friend just figured out the Nest Cam video. She sent this to me. Her name's Dooley. I'm going to link her here because she deserves all the credit for this. But I haven't seen anyone talk about this. This is like groundbreaking.
I want you to pay attention from, by the way he walks up, which is clearly not straight up the path. And I've said before that I think he's coming from the side of the house. And then I want you to pay attention to where he goes and what he does when he first walks up to the door. He's not walking up to the doorknob. He's not walking up to the camera. He's walking up and he's looking directly at something over there. And if you look at Nancy's front door,
I just think he wasn't trying to show his face.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw this.
You know that this doorknob that we're seeing,
unless it was a scorpion fucking crawling on the wall.
Steel door, not the actual front door. I think somebody is either standing in the window there or has the door open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
I
is
see it.
Drawing attention to the camera because that is not where he is first going. That is something that he becomes aware of without ever having directly looked at it at first. I think somebody is standing there and they're telling him or pointing to the camera. And then that's why he kind of starts to like fumble and goes and like picks up like the leaves. That has never made any sense to me. And when he picks up the leaves, he makes a look towards the road. He clearly is looking at something towards the road right there. And then I want you to pay really close attention. I don't think I've seen anybody point this out yet. But right there.
Put those weeds down, Luke.
That's not leaves.
Hold on, let me get my glasses, Joey.
That is not a light source from him, because we're looking at what would be his left hand, so that's not his right arm. That is an
that makes no sense to me. That the plants. That's
nope.
Right before, or like while they're taking Nancy out of the house. They had
What
already
is
been
that
in the
light
house
source?
at this point, and they're about.
It's a Vitabite.
Nancy. And I think that guy.
But what's it? What's it glaring off of? But they put a filter on this shit. That shit is bright as fuck.
Do
You're talking
see
about the thing.
The right, that light source. What is that? What is it coming? Yeah, what's it coming from?
I don't think that's fucking right.
Oh shit! I never saw that before.
Isn't that he has a light in his mouth?
I got the real. I'm gonna look
Not
at this
the light
real
in his
shit
mouth.
first.
No, his mouth is over to the other side.
Yeah, his mouth should be behind this.
Yeah.
Are you
I think
sure?
it's the way they
reach his hand out.
I think it's the way they put the you hear that? That's all, folks. They put the filter on this shit because I swear that ain't that way. I don't know. We'll find out here in a minute.
That doesn't make sense. You don't need to go get plants to cover up a Ring camera. You just yank the Ring camera off the porch. You just yank, they're not that sturdy. Like they're held in with like
this crafty man.
Most of them have that box that slides off anyways. Like the base is screwed into the door, but the you have to be able to change the batteries if it's not hardwired. So you need to be able to slide the
they showed they showed a video how that is removable. One, you can just pull hard and it'll pop off, or two, you can there's a little clip behind that you slide something down behind, you depress the clip and it pops right off. So
yes.
I don't know what the hell he thought he was doing with those weeds. If that's what the case was, it makes no sense. Go ahead.
Or
Logan.
you take one of your tools and you smash it into the camera lens.
Yeah.
No, that is definitely a different light source. That is not coming from him. That is next to him, not coming from his mouth. That is a different light source.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell that would be too.
Is it someone on the inside of the house shining a light out?
That's what I was thinking, like sticking it out the door, but not on, so they're not on camera. Or is it just a reflection? But I don't know what it would be reflecting off of.
Mm-hmm.
That is a different light source.
Let me see something here.
And then some people think when he goes up and has his hand like that he's actually like ringing the doorbell.
Yeah, I've heard that too. That's weird, Logan. I never noticed that before tonight, first off, but interesting. That is definitely interesting.
Can I screen share from there? From here?
I mean, you should be able to be.
So I got the original.
Right.
That's not. If you,
see,
if you want to look at it,
I can pull this down. Hold on.
Hang on. Let me see if it's even gonna make a fucking point. It's like
too late now. I already pulled it down. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, hold on.
And if you have a jammer, why do you need to cover the camera?
You don't. That's
I'm bothered by that plant thing. Like that's I don't know. That's ridiculous.
And like Twiz said, that if they had a jammer, we wouldn't be seeing that video to begin with.
Right.
It would have jammed that video. It would have been all fuzz and blur. So
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy type person, but man, that just seems like someone was sent out. Just go out there and like make it look like someone's trying. I don't know. Like they're just doing a bunch of ridiculous stuff.
I mean, it could be. The dude was obviously not very professional. That guy, at least, was not very professional. And I've told you guys before, I believe there's definitely more than one person. And I still think at this point, there's somebody inside already. or going around the other direction to get inside. And at
What
that
the
point,
fuck, man, this is ridiculous. Where
Is
the
this a
fuck we
video
at?
you made?
No, this is an editing program. I'm just trying to get to the
clippity clip.
Because so what the hell was the other frame? I mean it.
Or decoy, yeah. That's a good point, Susan.
I mean,
I
it
would
does
bet
kind of
more
look like
that what's in his pocket is a walkie-talkie rather than a.
It could be a walkie-talkie, a screwdriver, a knife. It could be anything. Truly.
Is it?
It really looks like an antenna. It does look like a walkie-talkie antenna.
It does look awfully bright, but is this bright because this thing has a light when it sees motion? Because otherwise, if you go back to here, we wouldn't be this bright. So did the camera just not make him look bright, but it was focusing on the white of whatever that plant was?
Maybe.
Yeah, you have a good point because when my camera goes off outside, it does light up the whole area.
Shit. You guys aren't seeing this fucking full screen. This is retarded. Holy wow. Huh. Hang on. Wow, this is fucking garbage. I'm sorry. Fuck me. Hold on. That is horrible. I'm fucking wow.
Let me throw this up real quick. Busy just sent this back, and it's another version of that. You're good, Mike.
Wow, that was some rookie ass shit. Holy.
I thought we were going to see your.
Dude. Wow. That was horrible.
I think this is what you were trying to show, maybe. Hold on.
Yeah. You can walk this thing back like 1 second at a time.
There it is.
This? Right there.
Yep.
And it sticks out like it looks like the light source moves, like it sticks out.
In this bigger version, you can
the camera while someone else walked up.
I don't know.
I'm gonna back that up just a tinge where it starts and see if you see it there. Hold on.
You know what your tinge is? If once we share this other screen, I can literally move this wheel and it will go 1 second by 1 second.
You want me to pull this down? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh well, I thought you were done. So
no.
Why don't you just say, "Hey, Dago, take that down so I can put this up."
All right, let's see how this goes.
That would have worked.
Because we don't want your feelings.
All right, so let's get
Maybe
freaking. All right, let's get over to his shit.
So is that the floor? Is that the mat? So that's the mat. What's on top of the mat?
It looks like
It looks like two pieces of something.
That's the door handle.
Oh yeah, good one.
Okay.
Back that up, Mike, to where that thing is, right at the very beginning again.
It's going. So
right there.
Door
handle.
It's cut different. Just hang the fuck on here.
Good call,
man.
Logan.
Just chill out. We gotta go closer.
Which
to where
they
it
never
is.
took that mat, by the way. Like what?
We gotta get
wild, right?
Going. Hang the fuck on.
I'm sure there was some blood on the mat as well.
There's two different
Right
videos
there.
on this shit.
Impression.
Just
If you just use the forward and back keys, doesn't it go 1 second to 1 second?
I don't think so. I think it goes in the other direction. I got two different shits in here, so that's my other fuck up. Here we go. All right, we're in the right spot now.
Two shits. We got two shits.
We got two shits.
Hey, James.
This is so stupid.
Two
It's
shits.
gotta be a different.
I never saw that other light source till tonight, Logan. That's wild.
Right?
I went through this damn video 3 million times.
I don't know. It looks like it's got to be coming.
Oh,
Because
there it
comes
is.
in
There
right
it is.
here. Like what the fuck?
What is that?
I don't know. That's the weirdest shit ever.
Is there somebody else standing there? It almost looks like a phone.
I think so.
So you go back to.
Did he have the camera covered long enough for someone else to walk up there?
It could have been. Or they could have came out the front door. Like I
Right.
said, I thought somebody else was... No, because the door handle didn't move.
Right. He's standing in where you would come out of the door.
there it comes.
And the light source is moving.
Wait, his other hand would be.
Oh, was there something on his jacket that glows? What the fuck?
Yeah, the straps.
But that's not. That's too far over to the right to be that. And then look at the angle that it's moving.
It's not even circular. It's weird.
You know what it looks like? First thing I thought of when I first saw it was an old Nokia 6150 phone.
Jesus, Joey.
Seriously.
What the truck? Fucking Nokia.
Yeah, like the top part that lights up.
Yes.
All right, let's get through this fucking glove.
That's weird.
Very, very, very.
Right, just go. This thing's fucking slow.
How did we never see this before?
I don't know.
So is that a secondary person that came around when he was blocking the camera and was like, I can't see it. Hold your light up there. You know what I mean?
So it was okay for us to see him walk up towards the camera, but it's not okay for us to see what they're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be, it wouldn't be anything off his jacket because it's not even going to be.
No. Well, it's like it's moving along with the hand. If you watch his hand and the weeds move or whatever the fuck those things are, the light kind of goes in unison with that.
I don't see the light anymore, though.
It comes in as soon as
right there.
Okay.
It comes up from the top, though.
Is it just glowing off of one of these fucking leaves on this thing that it just hyper focused on for some reason?
No,
I know it sounds stupid, but look how this comes in.
Yeah.
Is that part of this fucking branch?
It's moving with it. See it?
But look up this fucking branch. It's like here. I know this is dumb. That is just stupid, but I don't know. Because it looks, see how it would continue?
It's really bright though.
It is. Maybe it's got the kryptonite on, Joey.
That could be.
We just figured it out.
Is it the light from his mouth shining on the wall?
It could be. I was gonna say, could that be a reflection? But what is over there for it to reflect off of?
Look at it. It looks like snowflakes now. Oh
but
my
we don't
goodness.
see the wall in the camera, do we?
I don't think it's reflecting. It's just shining the light. But almost, I mean, I had a crazy thought. I'm like, it almost looks like a car, like if the silhouette of a car that would be out there,
like a headlight coming through as they're. Yeah, I see what you're saying. The reflective straps on his jacket should be over more to the left, I would think, though.
Yes, I thought they were way to the left. Yeah.
Definitely. What the fuck is this doing? All right. Sorry for the fucking. You better take your Dramamine, bud. We're almost done. Yeah, I'm gonna stop fucking with this because it's towards the end.
Who dropped the
Yeah, did somebody get the donation?
I think it was Blue Eyed Butterfly. Thank you for that. I don't see it though. Who got it? Oh, I did. Derp.
Yeah.
Thank you. She says it's the flashlight in his mouth shining on the plant. That could be the reflection. If it's got a shiny leaf, if those are see, I don't even know what the hell those are, but that would make some sense. Thank you, Blue Eyed, for that super chat. Very much appreciated, dear.
It's weird because you can almost see this as it comes around. So it's like, here's your part of the leaf of this thing, or it looks like almost a weed. It's like two different things.
Yeah.
And then you see where the branch, stalk, whatever you want to call it, starts to come off, and I think it wraps around.
It moves with it, like it moves as it's moving. They move together at the same time. Yeah, see,
I see you, James. Him, so I think it's something from it's either something
it's attached,
something with the light in his mouth.
I think it's definitely with
reflection. It's a hell of a bright reflection.
Yeah, but you can almost see as it would curve around to like the end. I don't know.
That's wild.
All right,
that is wild.
Fucking around with this shit, man.
Yeah, that is really strange.
Good catch, though, Logan, for sure. Because I never saw that till tonight. So,
I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Absolutely not. Pee your pants.
You stop it.
We're supposed to wear diapers when we do this. You know that.
My goodness.
Yeah, I would have thought it was a separate person if it didn't move at the same time he was moving.
Yeah, it moved in unison with his arm movement, which is weird. So anyway, like I said, good catch, Logan. I never saw that till tonight. So
sorry if anybody got sick.
Good eye. Good eye. Oh, you're good. Jeff says, I think he's moved the camera, so it's pointing a little more towards the right. That could be too. I mean, as much as it pains me to agree with that. It could be. I'm just kidding with that, Jeff. Anyway, I had to say something smart ass there.
It could be the light coming from the camera. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting there, Fizzy.
Yes, James, on a door cam.
Good to see you here, James. Thank you for joining us. That's an interesting thing there. That folds in half. If he has it attached to something, I mean, yeah, I just like to know where's it placed at, if that's what it was. You know what I mean? It does remind me of reflective striping too, though. It's so hard. So hard. These things are crazy. That didn't sound good, what I just said. So please ignore what I just said. What I was trying to say was it's so hard to figure out, but I never finished the sentence, and I just said it's so hard twice and moved on. So I'm sorry about that, you guys. Jesus H. Christ. Look, Bronx even was like, oh my God. You hear him in the back? Oh, come on, dude. That'll be clipped for sure. Anyway, as we wait for Mikey to come back from the little boy's room. So that's basically all we seem to have, you guys. That's new in the Guthrie case, very sadly. There's still no so I repeated it again. Yes, Meg, I'm sorry. There's still no there's nothing new. And the case, sadly, it seems as though I don't want to say they're forcing it into the cold case region, but it is what it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts on the Guthrie stuff, ladies?
I don't have much for Guthrie.
There is nothing really. Sadly.
Waiting and watching. Wait for something to
hurry up and wait.
Yeah. But we do, I think, have some interesting things about the Idaho 4 case.
We do, and we're moving right into that as soon as this old man comes back and I go. But you guys can go without me.
What are you talking about, old man?
There he is.
What?
Now
What
it's
did
my
you
turn.
say? Oh, you mother.
You motherfucker.
I'll take it.
Oh gosh, don't get him talking like that.
Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back, buddy. Good to see you back, buddy. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is good to see you, my friend. Hello.
Discord gets loose with.
Oh my gosh, I laugh so hard.
No, what the hell is it? I can't figure out the name. It's impersonation.
Yes.
Nothing. Whatever.
Oh. You gotta have fun sometimes, you guys.
You know what tells me that something might happen soon in the Guthrie case, whether it be something small or big? It's the fact that Brian Enton is still there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact he's still there tells me he wants to get first dibs on whatever's going to break.
And he always seems to have insight, like insight before anybody. So yeah, that's a good catch and a good point.
Very good point.
Right.
If
Brian knows
break,
somebody.
he wouldn't be there.
There's no way they're going to let it break without him being there. That's my opinion, but yeah. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go to little boy's room. Please continue, move forward. I will be back with you here in a moment.
Bye.
So what do we have new for the Idaho case today? What is the
So we were watching the or looking at the text messages from back in the day with Steve Gonsalves and Brat Norton. Are you familiar with her?
Yes.
Okay. So, and the information that came out, just looking back on that again.
But so, what's your guys' opinion on where was Steve getting this information from?
Well, that's true. I mean, a lot has.
It wasn't Brian Enton.
true. So
I don't know. What do you think, Logan?
I specifically remember Steve saying something about the 1 o'clock hour and the noises that we hear. And he says, nobody's being killed at that time, but those noises are really strange that continue to go on into the 2 o'clock hour. So the fact that now he comes out later and is saying stuff like, oh, nothing before 4 a.m. had anything to do with the blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not what you said at the beginning. And it seems like somebody changed your mind in what you needed to speak into existence.
Was that part of his NDA that he needed to start backtracking on what was truth?
Right.
So, but who do you think was giving him some of the info that he probably shouldn't have had? Or his daughter?
I'm not sure. I mean, the leak obviously came from the state.
Yeah.
I think it's come from the state the whole time, but I'm not sure exactly who. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prosecutor's office.
Hi.
For a while, till he got so mad at Bill Thompson, but he probably got a lot of it right from Bill at the beginning.
Oh,
it's just
bad boy,
interesting
Bill.
to me that the family in the very beginning, especially Christy and Steve, were saying, I think they cleared too many people too fast.
Yeah. And then
I think they were right with that.
Yes.
Yeah, he called Dylan out in those text messages. So that's an opinion. So I think it's safe to say, I mean, was he lying to her about his own opinions?
Well, that's a good point, Kim, because as we went over this a little bit ago, it's good to see you, Craig. This is old stuff, guys. This is very old stuff, and I never caught this before today.
It's crazy how you can watch something 10 times and you don't catch it until once you're like, God damn, it's right there.
100%. And the text messages between Brett Norton and Steve Gonsalves, she calls Dylan a liar. Steve said Dylan is absolutely lying. She's being protected by her stepmother's law firm.
Surprise.
That's Steve blatantly calling her a liar. But then in turn, this was at the beginning, okay? Then in turn, he turns around and he's supporting her, calling her a victim, saying leave her alone. Her and Bethany both. What's up with that, guys? Come on.
Is there anything to break down from that? I'm like, what is she lying about? Like, does he know something specific that he thinks she's lying about? Or is it just an overall general statement like she's lying because she knows what happened or went on that night?
That's what I'm thinking. She's lying about who came in the house and did it, and he think he knows that she knows.
Well, before that text message, a little before, there was another message he sent to Brett that said that he told one of the neighbors a very wild story about the situation that night.
Who did? Who told?
Dylan did. That was a text message before, 3 or 4 before, where he says that one of the neighbors was told a story by the roommates. He doesn't specify who. He just said roommates. A very wild story about that night.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. These kids knew shit before anybody.
Oh, yeah. We know that everybody's Snapchat was blowing up between 9 and 10 in the morning. So everybody knew before then.
Yeah.
Right. And what neighbor did she tell this wild story to? And is it, if it doesn't line up with what we were told, it's obviously he's making a statement here, claiming it. It doesn't match what we already knew from the PCA and all this other shit. So it's a wild story about what happened that night. What is that wild story?
What I've always found interesting is when investigators showed Dylan a picture of Brian Koberger. Now, let's remember, though, the mask she said he was wearing only covered his forehead and his mouth, so she could see his eyes and nose. Now, Brian Koberger, if you just saw his eyes and nose, would be a pretty distinct eyes and nose to see, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And she specifically said that is not the man she saw. But do you know who she continued to try and place blame on? Was Showalter.
Repeatedly. Again and again. And Bethany even said in her interview, Logan, that when it was asked about that situation, that Dylan said, I would remember a nose like that. is what she said to Bethany.
Well, where'd the fuck the eyebrows come in? Was that in writing from
She
the
said it
PD?
in the Gooch interview, but it wasn't.
Huh? No.
It wasn't stressed. She didn't stress.
must have-
She just said I saw his eyebrows. That's all.
No,
And
No. Before the Gooch interview, her very first interview, the officer asked her, "Did you see his eyebrows?" And I quote, and her very exact answer was, "No." Like, what?
See?
There you go.
So was that just on paper? Where the fuck did that come
In
from?
the very next interview with Gooch,
Law
then she
enforcement.
starts talking about the eyebrows. So he put that in her head.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. There you go. That is a fact, and
Yes,
we've
we
said
did.
that before. Same with the frozen chalk phase. Same with
that bullshit.
all of that. None of that was real. Okay, that was law
as these
enforcement
interviews
created.
come out. And one thing that I don't know, I've probably fucking said this 20 times. So Ann Taylor at some point said that there was at least 100 hours of interviews. Can you agree? I'm thinking we haven't listened or whatever the fuck, more than 10.
We're not
and
halfway.
10's high. So
Yeah,
where
not even
the fuck?
like 20 minutes long. They hardly even interview them.
6 minutes for one, 7 minutes for another. Yeah.
They have a bunch of interviews with a bunch of Stigma Chi people, but we haven't gotten them yet. Connor's working on it right now.
Oh,
And I cannot wait to listen to those.
And me either.
will we just hear dead silence?
Probably.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the Snapchats, and I went and looked at the evidence list of everything, and I did not see Snapchat on there.
They're not.
There are reports where I know they mention it in some of the reports, so they never did a warrant for Snapchat?
Didn't
I
Anybody
feel like
know?
I did.
I thought they did.
was there some reason they couldn't get it or some shit? Why do I feel like it was fucking?
I didn't see it listed on there.
Huh? That's a good question, huh?
But they better have those because do you know how much
somebody knows.
information would be in those? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, or it does. It can't they not get it because it deletes?
Nothing really deletes though, right?
Kimmy, you stop it. Stop calling me out. Gosh darn it.
Dylan also said that he was either taller or shorter than her, and they created the height. They made it themselves. That's obvious. Yeah.
He looked like a basketball player, buddy.
And a boxer, and a ninja, and what else?
Fireman.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Seems Dylan could have easily just said, "Yeah, that's a photo of the guy I saw that night," but she didn't.
I mean,
Obviously.
They
Hey.
did warrants on Snapchat, but
we
thought
don't
they
do
did.
fucking
We never got
lineups.
it.
That was 2020 something. We don't do fucking lineups anymore. Fuck that.
You think
22.
they're hiding it?
Those motherfuckers.
Snapchat.
What'd you say again, Logan?
they did extended Snapchat warrants. We just don't know what was inside of those, like what they got in response. We don't know any of that.
That's probably
But
where
I
all the good shit
remember-
is.
I remember Lana doing an interview with somebody who knew the people, some of the players in this case, and he said that his Snapchat was going crazy, but after all of this happened, like the next day or whatever, he went back in to look and they were all gone.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Dave.
Dave did the interview with Lana, and they were there to some extent, and then he did the interview with Olivia Gonçalves now, and he was like, "Oh my God, look, they're gone! Like, there's no way that there were no interviews here, so on and so forth." I mean, it was a whole thing, and so yeah, that's interesting. It was it Snapchat or was it Instagram?
Fuck, it's probably both of them, bud.
With Dave?
Yeah, with Dave, I can't remember.
It was Snapchat.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said
Yeah,
Snapchat.
he said they had a group and that
Yes.
it was going, and he knew the time because he was getting ready for work, and he knows I get ready for work and I leave at this time.
Yep.
So yeah.
Wasn't
is
there?
fact.
Am I delirious on this? Wasn't there some shit that was messed with on the Linda Lane camera when that came out? That somebody got a hold of it and did some shit. Or am I just dreaming? The Linda Lane camera, wasn't there something that was missing from that? A time span maybe that nobody could ever get a hold of, or
Because they said it updated.
and
It
was
didn't
supposedly maybe
record
something between
very
Kane and Steve. I don't fucking know.
We can't get the audio from before 2:25 a.m. on 1112. They'll send the video, but it won't have audio. which is interesting because they accidentally sent the audio from 225, and that's when we hear that scream. So it makes me wonder what's going on that we can hear before that.
Well,
but that was 1112. I don't know about Linda Lane.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be dreaming.
Or you're just whatever your mind's telling you, just so that you'll remember it, maybe.
No, are you talking about the dumpster one, the 1330? Yeah, there is a time. It's I can't remember the exact time. I don't know. It's like a half hour, 40-minute period of time that would be crucial. People were looking for that time because I don't know what they were tracking, but and the owner of the camera said it is set to update.
I wonder if that's what the hell does that match up to?
I can't remember.
What does what again? Say it again.
I want to know what that
time. What does that match up to?
Or did it finally come out? We're about to find out.
By the way, since while Mike's looking that up, did you guys see the newest the phone call with the Humane Society call with MPD? You guys saw that? Okay, I didn't see that yet. What is that all about? Any thoughts about that?
It's just more chain of custody issues, really. Murphy was apparently at the pound. There was a person working at the pound all day long, and they turn around and Murphy's not there, and there's a piece of paper on the desk saying
like a fucking he just disappeared. Like fucking Home Alone. Huh,
so
he must have unlocked the door. He was so smart. Those golden doodles.
So she's calling around everywhere, and she's like, did you come and get Murphy? Or not Murphy. Did you come and get this dog that MPD brought here? No, I don't know. She calls another place. Did you come and get this dog that MPD brought here? No, I don't know. Nobody knows where Murphy's at.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it. That's interesting.
The only people that have keys to get in here is the police department. So it had to be an officer. So where's the chain of custody with that? Who grabbed Murphy?
Wasn't there a photograph shown at one point with Nate Rosenthal carrying Murphy, or a dog that looks just like him?
Yeah, I think he at one point went and bought golden doodle puppy or puppies.
Okay.
After this crime.
Okay.
You said
that's interesting though. So who picked the dog up, folks? And nobody. And why does nobody know?
The dispatcher didn't realize when the Humane Society or whatever, when the pound called, she didn't realize it was related to the crime. So she didn't have a high priority for it because she just thought it was some dog,
Right.
Like
a stray they just brought in.
Now let me remind you guys.
They'll never get lost, bud. They know how to get home. He just got out, went back home.
Sure.
This was 3:20 something. You said, Kim. You think? I think it's found, anyways.
3:30 to 4:05 ish.
Oh, okay.
Someone said in the chat.
I'm done.
All right. So, real quick on this whole Murphy thing, just to give you guys remind you of something. Atlanta played 3 years ago. There was a call made. It went in through dispatch. I can't remember when, but it was from somebody off of White Avenue, where they were calling in a possible domestic or something. They were worried about somebody first, and then that person called right back and said, by the way, is there a dog there that was brought in at such and such, blah, 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 blah. And that was a call made through Moscow PD dispatch. So if you take that with this, that's kind of weird. I'll just say that much. So that's all I'm going to throw out there. Anyway, go ahead, Mike.
Did Brian's ramblings donation come across? Do you see it?
Thank you, Bri Guy. Asking Mikey if you're a pilot, you Boeing or Airbus, what you're flying?
Nope, can't do it.
Thank you, Brian.
Pilots are weird, man. I would not fly a fucking plane. They pretty much fly themselves though. If you know a pilot, they don't do really anything. But
did you see the plane that had to go get diverted?
No. I will also say though that every pilot that I've had for a customer, they're weird as fuck. They're just like an engineer. They are weird. Yeah. Just trust me. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm judgy.
So when Murphy was dropped off, there was a note that was dropped off with him that stated nobody's allowed to take Murphy, not Murphy, they just said the dog. Nobody's allowed to take this dog unless it's Moscow Police Department.
What the fuck?
Yep. So it had to have been somebody from Moscow Police Department that came and picked him up.
That's my guess too.
Here's my thing, though.
Why?
I don't think they cleaned Murphy, but what I think happened was, to the naked eye, it didn't look like he had any blood on him, so they just never tested him. I do believe he had blood on him, but they just couldn't see. And we know that because we saw his footprints going into Maddie's room, and some of them were partially bloody.
Yeah,
So
there was 3 paw prints. Yeah.
Why'd they go pick him up? I mean, they're just doing a great job. They're great people, I guess, huh?
Somebody
picked him up to give him back to Jack because Jack was asking for him, right?
Oh, gotcha. I don't know. That's why you're the best at this stuff.
He could have been given a bath there, though.
He could have been. Yeah, absolutely. I just don't think, personally, that their intention was to initially clean him, because to the naked eye, I don't think they saw it. I think they absolutely could have given him a bath, but I don't think that was like their priority, because he didn't visually look like he was covered in blood, but I think he did have blood on him. I think they should have tested him, and they did not.
Yeah, Lana FOIA'd the paperwork from, was it a Humane Society? Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
And she got one piece of paper.
Right.
And what did you guys see that? Like, it was so vague. So, and I think she was asking for more. Like, she wanted to see the day after, the day before, like,
Yeah.
to compare.
Absolutely. And it, beyond vague. Vague.
Yeah.
Pretty sad if you ask me, but there again. Where were we at before we jumped on the dog? Mike was.
Oh my goodness, Joey, hang on. Here he goes. There goes Murphy. Ride him.
We were talking about the text messages between
That's right.
Yeah.
Steve.
Weren't you pulling something up, Mike? A video or something?
What the hell was I doing?
Does anybody have those that we can show?
I was trying
from
to
start to finish.
What?
Sorry, the text messages.
I had them somewhere.
I was looking for the missing video, but
I can pull up Lana's video and where she shows the whole thing through it.
Do it.
And it was also, what was that? Thought Riot? It was Thought Riot show. Hang on here. Let me just pull that part of it up.
Yeah, that Linda Lane video seems to be there now. I don't know. Maybe it was back then.
I will be back in a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Bring back snacks.
You know, Jeff makes a good point really quick again on the Murphy situation. He says, was Murphy definitely dropped off? Maybe he was scheduled to be there, but hadn't yet been dropped off. The Palouse humane lady doesn't specifically say she saw Murphy. So,
that's right.
I mean, that's a good point.
Yes, very good point, actually.
Is it just me or is Dago frozen?
I think he's frozen.
Okay. So just make sure it wasn't my junk messing up. Not junk, but you know.
Am I still frozen?
Nope.
Okay.
Jamming.
Every time I go to jump to a different video or something to pull it up, that happens for some reason. So
You got too many lost files, buddy.
stupid.
I can guarantee you that. You got 5 of everything.
All right, hold on, guys. I'm pulling this up. I got it.
I mean, do I think it was Murphy that was taken there? Yeah, I do. Do I think that that's who she's talking about? Yeah, I do. But it was just a point made that nobody actually specifically says Murphy or describes him. Actually, wait, I think somebody does say it's a doodle, a golden doodle. So I do think she does specifically speak on Murphy being there. But I do think it's Murphy there. It's just kind of another chain of custody issue because I think Jack had Murphy back by like 6 o'clock that night.
I have to agree with you, Logan. Sorry, I couldn't find my button to push to unmute. My apologies. Okay, so this is, for those of you that aren't familiar, this is the Thought Riot podcast, who have since disappeared. I'm kind of sad because I used to like these guys, and I don't know what happened, but they did a pretty good job with this stuff. And this is I can't find my versions of these messages, but I can read these to you the best I can. You guys are gonna need to watch chat. I cannot, because I'm blowing this up really big for me.
Just do it.
All right. We'll wait till Kim gets back here before I start in on this. But this is interesting. This was, for those of you that are not familiar, I know we covered this in my show earlier too, but not as in depth as this is here. These are messages between Steve Gonsalves, who is Gonzo Gonsalves on Facebook, and Brat Norton. Brat's channel on YouTube was called oh shit. She says it in here. Anyway, for those of you that know, you know. I can't remember the name of it.
Damn it,
but we'll get it
too.
Yeah, we'll get to it at a point here. And some of these are broke off, but I'll read the best I can and explain some of this stuff. And some of this stuff is really interesting because it relates to what I believe to be some of the reason why Steve says some of the things he does. In some aspects, but at the same time, I said before that I feel like the Gonsalves family was threatened somehow. Hence the reason why they seem to change their story or change their mind in some.
I think they had to.
Yeah. What happens when you get threatened?
Hey, I've been riding this NDA shit for weeks.
Yeah,
or whatever.
I got you. Yeah,
if this was like what was it yesterday? I said that about. What if there was an FBI investigation that was going on and the FBI said, hey, y'all need to shut up. This is the story we got to go with. And, because otherwise it's going to blow our cover on what we're doing with something much larger.
Yeah. And there was an informant that Steve was going to go have a meeting with at a hotel at one point. He told the whole world this. And I made a point with this in my show earlier too. Steve says out of his own mouth that he was going to go meet up with this quote unquote informant, and the FBI said, if you do that, you will be arrested. End of story.
So right there.
And the FBI said it, not Latah County, not the ISP. It was the FBI, which means this was a federal informant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Telling as fuck.
Mm-hmm. And part of the conversation that was brought up, okay, the reason why that was brought up is Lana had given a piece of information a while back, and there's no way to verify this, but she said she personally got this from a very, very reliable source, and that at some point she was told that Dylan Mortensen was in high school. When she was in high school, she was a federal informant for the FBI because of the stuff going on with her boyfriend. So, and again, I don't want anybody to go, oh my God, she's an informant, blah, 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 blah. This is just information. I don't want you to say it's not a fact. There's no way to prove it, but it is an interesting piece of information. I'll say that.
You know what I want to say? I want to see you get that whiteboard out and we have like a draw with Joey night where you like draw all these little branches out of this FBI investigation. Just agree.
Take too long.
Stop it, Logan. Just agree.
If you're bored, Mike, I can send you the whiteboard and you can do all that.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Welcome back, Miss Kim.
Thanks, Kim.
Sit up all night.
So, again, for those of you that didn't hear, and Kim, welcome back. I found these messages through this is an old podcast through the Thought Riot. In fact, hold on. The date on this was, I can't tell you because I picked the wrong screen. It was from February 28th of 2024. Okay.
Hey, it's better than making chat watch a wallet-sized picture or something.
That's a very good point. Very good point. So, because I know these are hard to read, and this is a video, it's hard to blow it up much bigger. I will read for you from Gonzo Gonsalves. I hate doing that. And this was to, again, Brat Norton. I can't remember the name of her channel at the time. And for those of you that aren't familiar with her, I will explain that at some point too, because she was part of our community at one point. Jesus, that's loud. Hold on a second. 1 second. I gotta do something here. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Now I don't have to hear that. Thank you. Anyway, moving on. So where this picks up at, it says that's so good to hear. I want BK to be involved and them not have the wrong person, Trust me, Steve, we are working so hard behind the scenes for truth to come out, and we just want justice for you and your family. So he knew, because Brett was working with us here as well at that time. Okay. We were all working together. And so he knew what we were all doing. And as much as he tries to claim that we're doing this and doing that, he knew why we were doing what we were doing. So anyway,
trash those that kind of shit. But yeah, he was in it at one point in time.
Exactly. That's my point. Thank you. But what's hard is that we all feel strongly it wasn't overstocking, and others are involved, including BK. That's her statement, not mine. They have him buying the K-bar and trying to hide how he purchased it. That's Steve. Brat's the purple, Steve is the white. And she said, yeah, I definitely think BK's involved. And again, I believe that she was saying that to him to keep him talking to her at that time, because she never told us that. She never believed he was involved based on what she said to us.
So I have a question. Has anyone seen anything in the documents that have been released so far that show anything about receipts or evidence of them having what they say about the Amazon?
Never.
Yeah.
Never has there ever been. There's never been a receipt shown to us of any sort. They showed the after effects of the ordering of something or something like that, but they never showed an actual receipt. So no. Which, explain that to me. Wouldn't you think that'd be kind of an important piece of information if you're going to present that this was purchased on Amazon?
Damn, everybody. They had the DNA. It doesn't matter.
Everything, which they didn't put in the probable cause, so they can't use the DNA.
Right.
So, right? Isn't that how that works? So they flat out said we're not going to use the DNA in court. So they said that. But everything that they claim is evidence against Brian, they have not showed us the information for. They haven't showed us anything about the car. They haven't showed us anything about the Amazon.
No.
Kim, he took a plea deal. Why are you so concerned?
I'm going to kick you out, Mike. I'm just going to boot you like a field goal. You are on our side. Remember that. You're on our side. Where'd we go? Did Logan leave?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
So moving forward, it says that was loud. Sorry. Something. I hate the way this is run. Blah blah blah. Something connection with BK and the house, or Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan. She says, well, we don't know exactly whom, but lots speculated Branko Paca. We can't find death certificate, and the whole situation is just odd. At that point, we couldn't. So yes. Steve says it's all on camera from what I've been told. His car, Murphy freaking out, and him taking off at 421. And as you hear him say clearly, from what I'm told, at some point, Steve made a statement where he said he saw it. Okay. He claims he saw all of this. And some of that is on camera. We see a car. That's not Brian's, but we see a car, and we do hear a dog barking. We don't know if it's Murphy or not, but we hear a dog barking.
Yeah, didn't these kids supposedly pass videos around or some shit? Not of it being done, but even like whatever.
Supposedly, yeah.
It's so crazy because you hear that scream and all that activity and voices and everything at that 2:30.
Yeah, in the two, right.
And then, but then Murphy, supposedly, if it's Murphy, I mean, we don't know, but he's freaking out at after the crime is supposed to be over.
Right.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and the funny thing is if you listen from, I think it's 4 a.m. to 4.
It's like 4:50 or something.
4:50. You do hear the dog start barking at 4:17. on for 45 minutes or so, but you don't hear anything else in the background going on. Nothing. But at the 2 o'clock hour, we hear all this screaming and yelling and blah, 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 blah. That makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. And for the purposes of the timeline of the murder is what I'm talking about, just so you guys know.
Do you remember the video? It's the Linda Lane, the 1320 Linda Lane footage that it looks like there's a girl carrying the dog.
Yes.
What does anybody know what time that was?
It's either between 6 and 7 or 7 and 8, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, the video. Okay, yeah, because people are saying they swear that's Dylan carrying the dog, so on and so forth. Okay.
What's 6 to 7? You said?
I'm not 100% sure, but it's somewhere in there. It's right after it starts to get light out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like right at daybreak. Like it's still kind of darkish. But
So daybreak. Actually, I think daybreak that day would have been 6:42, but we see the sun come up way before that in the video, which always made me think the time was wrong on it.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's because the camera doesn't switch over to daylight color until after the sun rises, and it flipped over to daylight color way before the sun rose that day.
You are so smart.
I had to look it up.
Yeah, because it's like the sun's coming up at like 6:37.
We keep saying we manipulated stuff.
It's like 6:42 or 6:38. It's like right in those minutes that.
What did you say, Kim?
Sunrise.
We keep saying that it looks like they manipulated things.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I don't cut and redacted, and no audio, and now this. I mean, it's impossible.
The little bastard.
Be a daylight picture before the sun comes up.
Right.
And it switches over like 20 to 30 minutes before sunrise that day.
Yeah. What are you talking about down there, Mike?
Oh, it was just a cat, man. I was like, is that fucking Murphy walking around in the fucking screen? It was
just yeah. I know what you're talking about. Gotcha.
So Jeff said it's not according to time. It's according to how much light is shining. But there wouldn't be light shining if the sun hasn't come up yet.
Right. That's my whole point.
Yeah.
The sun hadn't come up yet, so I shouldn't have switched over to color and had the sun completely up if there wasn't even sunrise yet.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So after that statement, Brad says, did it sound like someone else was there? And she says, I agree that something with BK and Kaylee. I always feel Kaylee knew something more about something she wasn't supposed to know because of the search warrants.
Wait, who said this?
This is Brad Norton saying this now.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. And then, hold on, I'm just trying to scrub slowly so we don't miss any of D's stuff. Hold on.
What time did you say with the dog again?
6:42 or whatever time the sun came up, Logan said.
Yeah, just before 7 or just after 7.
All right. I got a mental note. It comes up at like 6:30 something. What? I'm not even talking about it. Don't listen to me.
Okay.
I was wrong. I was incorrect.
So then Steve goes on to say something I can't read and then says something raps the FBI warned me that they don't play games with protected informants and they could be monitoring everything. I say that we've noticed some quite odd communications behaviors. Why did you stop working with Blum? Some other author wanted to work with us. Patterson, I think, is who we was talking about. She says, well, he wanted me to do all this digging and I was kind of on a different trail. Also, he was more about the mainstream stuff and I'm after the truth. And nothing bad happened. I just got busy digging and he thinks that I think expected me to just bend over backwards for the things that he needed right then. But I was working for, that's not true. The whole point was that they never worked together in that aspect. It was just a thing. He was trying to, and he wasn't really playing with that. So I found that out after the fact. But anyway, onward. And then this picture was sent between them. He says, "Have you seen this?" And this is the photograph where the van pulls up at Linda Lane. They all get out of the vehicle and walk into the apartment. One of the kids kind of tips his head down so you can't see his face, and people claimed they thought that was Ethan and or Hunter. I don't know. And she says, "Oh my God, no, I haven't." And then there's another one down below. And then moving forward.
Can I say a quick thank you real quick?
Please do.
Brian, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I appreciate
I'm sorry,
that.
guys. I can't throw it up on screen because they're both my screens are covered right now, but I will in a little bit here.
Another unique peep in the house, and it's Mama J. Welcome, Mama J. And thank you, Brian.
Congrats, Brian. Congrats, Mama J. Thank you, Brian. Yes. So moving forward, Steve says something about, I remember when Fry would just say both jacks have been cleared. We don't get that information anymore. She says Jack has kind of re-entered the chat, if that makes sense. And says, then again, but we all want to respect your family. And if y'all say Jack's not involved, we believe you. Steve then says Jack did a lie detector and he gave his DNA. What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything to me.
He's back in the chat.
Yeah. She says, go ahead.
Steve's just basically saying, like, you better count Jack out because he did a lie detector and gave his DNA. So he can't be part of it. He's innocent.
Yeah, of course. Whatever.
Well,
and then she's...
Before we move off of that real quick, sorry. Why do I get the feeling in like, in these relationships, sometimes, especially in young relationships, you'll get where the parents are all about like a boyfriend or a girlfriend and they push it. Why do I feel like that the parents were pushing Jack?
Because they were.
And that's where maybe shit came awry with her in them.
That's what I think happened. That's my opinion. SRB and I talked about that a lot. I think that the whole estrangement was possibly because they kept trying to shove Jack down her throat, and she said, no, I'm done.
Like, I already got the fucking dog with him. Yeah. And I've been there with my mother. I know.
Right. And she was also, she had siblings blocked on her social media platforms. And again, we all know that Olivia loved him.
Yep.
And
she didn't want him to see what the hell she was doing.
And I think that's it too, that they were all shoving Jack down her throat. So that could have caused the estrangement, in my opinion. So yeah, I've always felt that. So onward, she says, but Adam Jack and Jack's whole story was always suspicious from the start. I am 100% following you. Steve says, those cameras also show him entering his house and going to bed. That's a lie. This is him defending Jack to the point that he's making.
Where the hell's the cameras?
There is no
Where's
camera.
the footage?
There's no camera that shows that. That's bullshit. The only thing we see from that camera of Jack is who we believe to be him getting dropped off by the Uber driver and walking towards his house. That's all we see.
I wonder if he was just assuming like, oh, he's got a camera outside his house. We got footage.
Yeah. Well,
you can see cars driving over towards his apartment, towards his house, but you can't see him in and out of cars. So yeah, he's just exaggerating.
Exactly. So she says that's interesting, because Dylan plays what seems to be the only role to the time frame. Oh no, I'm sorry, I missed that. Back up. Then he says BK is toast over the cast via cell traces the grand jury members said. That's not true.
Well, yeah.
That's not true.
The grand jury members said they should have never told him that shit.
He spoke to two of them, which he should have never done. But anyway, he did. And then that's when she says, you asked about Dylan. Do you know if she left that night? Steve says, they said they shouldn't have even called them as witnesses. They don't help at all. She said, that's interesting. Because Dylan plays what seems to be the only role to the time frame. And I guess now, besides all this footage, Steve then says they created more questions than answers. She says, aw.
Well, you know what, Steve? That's what you paid that bill for, buddy. Look at her friends. Those were her friends. They were living in that house with her, bud. They didn't do shit for you, did they? Nope. Couldn't tell them the story.
Right. So she says, "Ah, that makes more sense. Why can't this move? Damn it." Yeah, 100% agree. And again, she's kissing his ass to make sure that he will continue talking to her. Scrub forward. They talked the whole time the shit was going down by text, and he's talking about the surviving roommates, Dylan and Bethany. Okay, she said that's so annoying. Like, it makes me enraged to have heard things and not call 911. Makes me sick, honestly. I don't care if they're not involved. It just makes me ill thinking about it. And he says Murphy was barking and growling for about 10 minutes. Then he stops. 10 minutes, my ass.
An hour and 10 minutes, maybe.
Oh, right. Thank
Here's
you.
the thing. He's saying all this stuff, claiming to have seen it and heard it all on video. He clearly never saw and heard it on video.
Nope. He was told this. He was told this, and he's putting this out as factual information, being told this from other people. It's kind of sickening, but okay.
Well, that's how they controlled the narrative. That's how they controlled the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So law enforcement, they saw all that footage. They picked out the pieces that they wanted to use to put this narrative out there for the time frame or whatever. And he went out and regurgitated it.
Yes. Yeah. And then later,
talk about a strange woman walking up and down the street holding a flashlight.
Thank you. And later down the road makes a statement at some point where he says, yes, I absolutely did put out misinformation. I absolutely did ask other people to put out misinformation for whatever reasons. He's admitted to all this shit. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, why are you doing this? I mean, there's something wrong deeply with this situation. Onward, he says something. Yes, it's bullshit. Truly.
Wrong button.
Something is wrong here.
That was the right
definitely. Definitely. Both of them work. So he says something else and then says something firsthand. This book will be released before the trial, and he's putting in the book and why he said he wanted to speak with us. That would be Patterson, I think. Because don't you remember also at one point where Bloom came forward and said that he was working with Steve? They were talking, they were doing this, doing that. Steve comes out and says, "We never talked to him. That's not true." And then turns around and then there again clarifies that they were talking. What is going on that this man has lied this many times? And again, if it's anybody else that's not telling truth on this, I don't understand. I can understand, but this is a family member of a victim, father of a victim. I don't get that.
When did he say that he didn't talk to him?
It was in one, I can't remember, Mike, when he said it, but it was in a video. When Bloom came forward and said that he had been talking to them, I think when he released the book, they did an interview with him and he said, I talked about this with him and I talked about that. Steve puts an interview out and says, no, we never talked to him. We have no idea what he's talking about. So it's kind of weird.
Did Steve ever admit to speaking to Brett Norton? Did he ever say that in an interview or anywhere?
I don't know that he said it and specified her name. Don't quote me on that because I don't know. But he did say, like I said, that he had talked to people, that he did purposely put out misinformation, and he did ask others to do the same thing. So maybe he's referring to this. I don't know.
Okay, so then these text messages right here we're taking with a grain of salt. And
I have always. Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure
I have always.
The chat knows that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been saying that for years now on these.
Yep.
Now, some of these things have come to fruition to be true, but some of them we don't know. So I don't know. I can't imagine that he would repeatedly lie about certain things that would be known to be able to be figured out. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying it could be, though. So she says, we've been going back to the beginning and looking through socials and times. And this is what she's talking about, the stuff that we were doing together, because we were on. She says, let me know if Jenna was a part or you have heard anything about any of the girls. He says, we have been fighting to keep the house mowing this, probably from keeping the house being torn down, because he did. I do know that. She said the house should stay. It's so important, in my opinion. He says, that is odd on the timestamp. Okay. I don't even know what the hell that means. I think there's stuff missing from this that we were not given by them. So figures. What else is new? Hold on. And then this photo came up, which shows ports and it shows cars. All yeah, we know all about this, and then some for sure. Back to this, Brat saying, but don't take my word on that. Honestly, only a few of us heard it. It's so hard, so we're working on cleaning up the audio. So it was something said within that video there. It could be anything like a TV, but that's what we're working on right now. It is that audio dissecting it. And he said, look at this timestamp.
He's
Wait a
saying
minute.
the
She
police are working on cleaning up the audio, which tells you right there that everything that we have that they put out that they've used is edited and redacted.
What the fuck?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
Oh, sorry.
Who did that? Okay, he's saying the police were doing that.
Why the fuck do they got to clean up the audit? Well, anyways.
So how would that be able to be used as evidence in a court when it's been tampered with?
They'll probably say that they were cleaning up any background noise, and then this is what it is. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're doing other things to it.
Right, that's still tampering with it, though.
Right,
it's not
Christy's
original,
chaos.
organic.
Yeah, agreed. Christy showed multiple videos where you can see the tampering.
We were enhancing it, damn it.
Yeah, sure.
There should at least be the original copy.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And to answer the question about why they would do that, they don't want the truth to be shown.
No.
Like, they're not. Oh my God.
Yeah, right.
In anyways, I don't think they do.
Right. I absolutely agree with that. She says, got it. And then he says, this camera is way closer and shows the girls getting dropped off. No one was getting killed at 156. Okay. Underneath, she says, what something is the DoorDash and can you blank the DoorDash car? Which we all know all about that. This was very early on. And all you can see is the car that drops the girls. You don't see the girls get out of the car. You don't see the girls go in the house. And that is what Olivia Stevenson had claimed, that she saw that. Mm-hmm. Well, you didn't. You saw this. You saw the car come by and turn around and come back 30 seconds later. That's all you saw. And you should have clarified that 3 years ago. Because everybody, go ahead.
When we're talking about redactions, I'm looking at comments in the chat. The police should have only, like, redactions should only be license plate numbers, people's names,
right?
Security numbers, not chunks of time of sounds that you don't want people to hear.
No.
Absolutely. And that's not what Steve G is saying. He's saying audio. We're messing with the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Audio. Yes, that is correct. That is correct.
One more time.
So then he starts showing her these photographs again of these kids walking into the apartment, getting dropped off in the SUV or the minivan or whatever the hell it was, who again everybody claimed was Ethan and some other kids, whatever. And she says, can something surveillance go on TT? She probably meant YouTube. I don't know.
TikTok.
TikTok. There we go. Good stuff, Mike. Steve then comes back with, I think the audio is real. It's just picking up a fight that is in one of the large apartments that are much closer to that camera. It is over a football field away, and the footage we have is like 40 feet away. You don't hear any of that fight at 155, so, okay. And then he says it's most likely Anne putting out the weakest footage, hoping to suggest that is all the prosecution has, which is absolutely true. So sorry, Steve, that you had faith in them back then. It just doesn't make sense that everything that leaks is shit. The prosecution didn't even use it in the grand jury case, which they weren't a part of.
Now he's getting pissed.
And that in turn explains why he started leaking stuff on his own. Because Steve is the one that leaked. Steve is the one that leaked the Linda Lane footage, folks, to a YouTuber. That's where it came from. Yeah. And then she says on the audio from like 2 to 4, you don't hear anything like an argument. I always thought this argument, it won't move, sounded like Ethan, but I could be wrong. Actually read it that time. That's good. Hold on.
Okay, so hold up. If the audio, let's get somebody's opinion on this here. The audio that we heard of the loud scream, that sounded like a male, correct?
I thought it was a female, but that's just me.
Logan?
What was the question?
The loud scream that we heard in the whatever audio from the cam. What?
The 228.
226.
That was a male's voice?
People say male. I'm sorry. People say female. I, for some reason, think it sounds like a male.
You think it sounds like Ethan?
I think it could.
Okay. That's
it
all.
sounds like female.
Perfect.
I think it's female too, but that's just me. Everybody has different ears, you know. So Brat then says, hopefully she'll send me this Instagram live thing. I don't know. She said that she was scared, so I just don't understand who they're all scared of. And I think she's talking about this Dot person that she groomed and helped create, just so you guys know, because she was a big part of that. Steve then comes forward and says, we've heard that Hunter came over details, but we didn't have a timestamp. She says, yeah, I have a Michael J. Fox in there saying 2 or 3 people walked Xana and Ethan back to the house. Michael J. Fox, what the hell does that even mean? But anyway, he said Ethan's best friend and that person's girlfriend. So that would be Pete, right? Yeah. Or are they referring to Hunter? I'm going to say Pete because that's truly who I knew. Okay. And that person's girlfriend, who is that person? And then, or maybe it's Pete's girlfriend or Ethan's best friend's girlfriend. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry. So we all think that Hunter and Emily Allant. Okay. Well, see, that Hunter was not Ethan's best friend. Pete, whatever his last name is, I can never say it. That's his actual true best friend, unless they're saying Hunter, thinking because Hunter claimed to be his best friend, and we all know that he's not. But anyway, then
any of them had best friends.
I don't think so either. I'll be honest.
I mean, Kaylee and Maddie.
I can agree. That's about it.
But other than that, it's trash.
Yeah, these people, it's just sickening to me. Steve says it's odd that she didn't mention the dog. It's covered up because the grand jury say that that's how it starts, and for sometimes it's all you hear. And I talked with Hunter, and he said God, I hate how this is pissed. I want these actual messages again. Been a long time. All you hear, and he said and it's cut off again. Blank, how it starts, and for sometimes it's all you hear. I talked with Hunter, and he said he found Ethan. Okay. We also talked with a neighbor the day this happened. This is where this comes into play. And then there's, I think from Brat, is a audio that's sent over to him. And after that, he says, we also talked with a neighbor the day this happened. She had a wild story. So it's a female neighbor that she heard from the survivors saying what happened. That is what I want to know. Is it different than what we've already heard? Or is this a completely different story that this person won't come forward and speak on because of fear for what? I don't know. Okay. Or is it not even true?
Who the hell was the neighbor? Or was this what we were just talking about? What's her fuck?
Is it the 11-12 neighbor? Because they were close to that. Or is it the other house on the other side of that house? You know what I mean?
Or is it Dot?
Or yeah, right. It could be Dot. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
If Hunter was there walking them home that night, but left and came back in the morning, yes, Dylan needs to be under questioning, in my opinion, she says. Oh shit, what's going on? I feel the local cops used her statement only to point to BK. I agree with that statement, actually.
Oh, what the hell points to BK with her statement?
I don't know.
Well,
I think they used
bushy eyebrows.
The things she said they used to try to get her, to create the narrative is what I'm trying to say.
Did.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Did I miss? All right, we did that. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying. So then she says, I know you probably don't want to talk about the possibility of drugs and drug involvement, but I meant it is college. We've all been there. And to see Dylan and Quinn had a major drug problem. And, I'm not judging at all, but the mom's getting out and off their charges. And Emma Bailey, like, what is up with all these drug charges getting dropped? And Quinn's dad, in bold letters, we have very scary background info on him. And that is that's a true statement because we all found it too. So then Steve says the girls' toxicology reports came back clear. Stacy and Ethan was clear as well, which that's a typo. He meant Xana, but that's kind of weird. That's Stacy on the mind. She said, I 1000% think BK was there, but something and hearing Brent was, I've always thought that in my gut, intuition, and my soul that BLK had some, it'll go forward. Were you staying there, Logan? Oh, I thought you were trying to say something. I'm sorry. Come on, let's get to the next point. I know that as a fact. Steve says Xana's family has some history, but I was told that she did party drugs like Molly, but nothing that was hardcore that could lead to behaviors like this. And she says, listen, I've been told and or heard a handful of things I will never speak of. And frankly, when it comes to the drug thing, the kids are in college, they party. No one cares who hasn't partied. But to what extent Dylan is in deep with Quinn, I don't know. And or Xana, like seriously, this is the part of this case that I don't really discuss publicly too much, that's a lie. She always did with us. Maybe in some lives, but I'm very much like, there are some bad people hanging around like Emma and Demetrius, Scott Perky that aren't Haley, Maddie, Xana, or Ethan, which is true. Steve says something. Honest, the kids would just go down the street like 8 miles and get it from a store. Christy went with them once just to check it out, and Kaylee would be super paranoid and hated it about drugs. Well, you don't know everything about these guys. This is what I'm saying. Like, they don't realize that when your kids leave home, they change. They do the things that they're not going to do in front of you, okay?
Yeah, a lot of the shit they've been hiding in the closet. They just don't know yet. They're just craftier.
My kids did it too. I did it to my parents. We all did. It is what it is. So,
I think
he's in denial
in the
about
house when I was a teenager for 3 years before they found out.
Well, there you go. He's in denial in my opinion. So, and he says I've never done drugs ever. Christy barely before we got together. Nothing much after. The drug shit seems Hollywood, knowing the toxicology reports were all clear. I remember when he said that, like, this is Hollywood glamour, blah, blah, blah. Why is this so hard for this man to believe that any of these kids were doing drugs?
Yeah, for real.
It was in the interviews. Kaylee was into cocaine. Xana and Ethan were into cocaine. It's college, for Christ's sakes. This is normal. It's okay. It doesn't make them bad people, dude. Like, you need to get past that at some point.
That's just his attitude where he doesn't want. That's my name out there,
Sure. I get it, but you got to deal with reality sometimes. So
yeah,
he says no, just BK and Brent and Enan, not the kids. But yes, I agree that would seem silly. Why not just buy it? However, I know Enan is a drug dealer, I know that as fact. Well, we went through his whole thing that he put out back then, and yeah, I guess so. But I don't know. I don't think Ian was smart enough to be involved in this, in my opinion.
No.
So then we moved on to this next portion. I can't read the top part, and then it says part of this case that I don't really discuss publicly too much, maybe in some lies, but I'm very much like, oh, that's the part I was reading. Okay. Anyway, it comes back over hanging around later, but there is some surrounding people that are scary and or attached to scary people. Steve says the weed they have just over the border seems to be what everyone was getting. Like, we've been at senior nights like 5 times, and the cartoon like rappers are a clear giveaway.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, this is over some weed.
Dude, he's so delusional. She says, ha ha ha. I mean, listen, I had my party days. I live in Miami for college. I know
what it's like to do a bunch of blow.
Yeah, it comes to being in Miami and belong close to something who does what Emma does. Right. This is kind of sad that he's this delusional, but it is what it is. On she goes, something. I think that's why I can see stuff in the surroundings aspects that are just blatantly obvious to me. Steve says, plus, explain how a hit missed Ethan and Kaylee's new car.
What?
What does that even mean?
A hit missed Ethan in Kaylee's new car.
I don't even know, you guys. She said, what do you mean? He said, no problem, like professional, is going in to rough up someone not knowing who all is in the house.
Exactly.
They're about to shake down. Honestly, the drug killing seems way far out there. No, it doesn't. He just completely contradicted himself.
He just doesn't want to. Yeah, he's just in denial.
That's what it is. She said 100% we should talk. I personally think it's something Kaylee knew or someone knew. Guys, I think we're about out of time for tonight. Is Kim still here? Did she leave? This doesn't even seem to make logical sense. Odd thing is their stories are mixed with 2 different events. That is true. I bet they always thought that was the exculpatory evidence because Bethany's wouldn't add to Dylan's. So Dylan firsthand account won't come off as valid, thus this whole eyewitness thing, which scares me because clearly BK was there. Another thing Steve says is Kopaka was 36. My girls would want nothing to do with him. With some hang out with 16 years or younger. Like that's so full of shit. That is so offhanded. I'm sorry. This guy is. I'm sorry.
Sorry. When you're finished, I want to go back to something.
Go ahead. Go back. Go back.
So the part where Steve was talking about it couldn't be a drug hit because they missed Kaylee having a different car, and he said Ethan had a new car.
Ethan's something about Ethan and Kaylee's new car. Yeah, which makes no sense to me.
They missed a hit.
Yeah, that's interesting. Ethan new car. But he's missing the part that they absolutely would if it was a professional hit because they have inside information.
Yep.
They know. They made sure to get Kaylee back there.
God, I'm so dumb. I just got this.
Course.
So they wouldn't have known Kaylee was back there if the hit was because of her new car.
Right.
I'm freaking out there. Holy shit.
Of course they would know because in my opinion, somebody was sent to bring her back. I'll just say that much.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. That's the whole theory is that there are people like it's like the Gonsalveses they're like almost close enough, like with some of the things they say, like that it's someone close, that it's personal, that it's, he was obviously thinking about this whole hit theory. He was searching for someone in was it prison? You said federal prison, trying to find an informant. I mean, he was headed down that path, and then he was told to stop. So does he really know the real truth? Know why it's being
no.
something. I mean, I don't know.
But was he like 50% or more down the path of the truth, and then he was halted?
Right.
I mean, yeah, and then he goes forward to say, and we're gonna have to cut it off here for the night, but he goes forward to say, but BK purchased a K-bar in Dickie's overall outfit. Can't explain where they are after the cut because he never bought them. He never bought an outfit, guys. He never bought that outfit. He bought a fucking hat, a beanie hat, the same thing that this dude's wearing right here is what Brian bought. That is all it was. So there's another lie.
Yep.
And never have we seen a receipt, like Kim said earlier, for a knife. So I'm sorry, Steve. Again, you're either been given the wrong information or you're creating the wrong information, and you refuse to see it any other way. And that is just saddening to me.
The problem I have with the knife that law enforcement claims Brian Koberger bought on Amazon in Pennsylvania was that he would have had to move it from Pennsylvania to Washington along with all of his other items. So there would have been way more DNA on that knife and knife sheath.
Good point.
Agreed. I agree. I absolutely agree, Logan. That is a huge point. And again,
wouldn't there even be DNA on it from like the manufacturing place or the packaging place or the store? People touched it.
If you're talking about touch DNA, can you imagine all the touch DNA all over that shit? Come on. You're shitting me.
What if I said this once before in another show I did that we don't even know it was manufactured in Pennsylvania at some place in Pennsylvania. Okay. How do we know that one of Brian Koberger's relatives didn't fucking touch the damn thing and work at the factory? I mean, I know that sounds kind of like a reach, but is it really? Is it really? I'm just saying, you guys.
They made something fit in the tree.
This is just so frustrating. And again, we can go back and pick this up next week because there's still more to this that really is interesting to me. We may talk about it throughout the week on one of our shows or who knows? There's so much more to this that is just a problem that has caused this in this case, in my opinion. I don't know. I have a lot of issues with all of this. I truly, truly, truly do. So
there's been a couple good comments from different people, but kind of saying the same thing, that why is law enforcement purchasing these same items that saying the perpetrator did? Like, has that been done in other cases? Like, do they do that normally? That's a good question for 1-1 and Senior Wazowski.
Maybe
I don't think that's a normal thing that they do that. So my problem that I have within this case and law enforcement is that they did do a replica buy of the knife and knife sheath, which
and sharpener.
But then they also did a replica of the undercover vehicle.
Oh, for what?
On the video, and the way it looked in that light and things like that. So did they use that video that they made? Did they use that knife and knife sheath that they bought?
Yep. Well, how do we know that the video that we saw isn't the damn knife sheath that the picture we saw? I'm sorry. Chris McDonough's in this video, folks.
Is your name Chris?
Chris McDonough, everybody.
I wonder if it had a car seat in it. The baby Payne was in there.
We don't know that the sheath that we saw on the bed in that photograph was not the same sheath. It looked brand new. I mean, I know, again.
No.
I'm just saying. So, Logan, ma'am, do you have any last thoughts before we close out for the night in here?
I just appreciate everybody showing up for us every time. Your comments in chat are so valuable. I couldn't even explain how valuable you guys are. Thank you for everything, just every time. So we appreciate you so much. Do something nice for yourself. Be kind, but more importantly, be kind to your animals. And we'll see most of you, hopefully, over on Crimes After Dark here in the next 45 minutes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Michael.
Sorry.
No, just great conversation. Appreciate everybody coming out. That's about it.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate
You're
you.
very welcome.
And of course, Miss Jessica Rabbit. What are your last thoughts on this one?
Well, I love having these discussions with you guys. So awesome thoughts, and I love doing that. And I want to say thanks to all the unique peeps for joining in the chat. I saw lots of great comments. Welcome, Mama J. into the Unique Peep membership. So that's awesome. And thanks, Brian, again, if you're still listening. And I'll see you guys on Monday. And I'm having a special birthday episode. So join me for my birthday on Monday.
Oh, heck yeah.
11:30 a.m. Eastern
Is your
time.
birthday actually Monday too?
It is Monday.
Hell yeah.
We will, of course, be celebrating in our channel as well for her because we do that because it's a special day. Absolutely. And again, thank you to Logan, Miss Kim, and Mikey, the last 24, for doing this with us tonight. As always, super duper appreciative of all of you. Thank you to everybody in the chat. All of these amazing moderators, as always. We couldn't do it without you guys. Are amazing. Guys, please make sure to hit that like button. Share this out for all these channels, please. And most importantly, if you would, leave some comments to all of us if you can after the show. We all like to read those. We try to answer them all and interact and give us some ideas, guys. If you want to talk about some things, we're definitely down to hear it. If there's special issues or cases that you want to look at, let us know about that as well. And I'm hoping that this coming week, guys, coming up, we may have a guest on here with us. So look forward to that for next Saturday as well. But like Logan said, guys, don't miss out on Crimes After Dark here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, myself, Miss Logan, Devil's Advocates, always have a great time over there and put on a great show as we have more of these amazing conversations that I always look forward to. So, guys, don't forget to love yourselves and love each other. And don't change nothing because, as always, you guys are the beautiful people. And we will see you guys very soon. Let's get out of here. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for coming through to the verdict room where we're seeking truth. Yeah, we're seeking truth. Hey. Last 24, they rewind it. True crime heads go find it. Breaking every angle, every track. Bronx telling tales, keeps us on track. Typically unique, never act. Being real, being sharp, being exact. Exposing every secret in the dark. Every little timeline, every mark. Welcome to the verdict room, where we're seeking the truth. Looking for answers, bringing the facts to you. They break it all down at Dago's cafe scenes. Working together, throwing revelations at your feet. Oh.
Crime scene chart, they erase that. Put the story back, then replace facts. Looking for the motive in the cracks. Red yarn on the board, then it snaps. Voices in my ear through the week till they hit play. Then we speak. Files on the table, case on the line. They don't just tell it, they define.
Welcome to the verdict room, where we're seeking the truth. Looking for answers, bringing the facts to you. They break it all down at Dago's cafe seats. Working together, throwing revelations at your feet. From the Bronx to the world, let it ring. Every missing little detail that they bring. Dropping that gavel when they're done with the beat. Thanks for tapping in. See you next week. Welcome to the verdict room, where we're seeking the truth. Looking for answers, bringing the facts.